When your cat rubs against you, is it just to show you some love, or does she know something you don't? Today, we are getting into all of the secrets of your cat and how they can tell when you're sick, from changes in scent to changes in sound. Let's get started. Number 1, your cat can smell it. Our feline friends have an incredible sense of smell, like up to 14 times better than our own. If you've ever wondered how cats can sniff out tuna from a can all the way across the house, well, that's because their noses are working overtime. They can detect even the tiniest changes in your scent if you're sick or feeling unwell. And they will take notice. Cats can pick up on subtle shifts in your body odor due to illness or infection long before any other symptoms manifest. This is especially true if the sickness is accompanied by a fever. Cats are much more sensitive to temperature changes than we are, which means they may be able to feel your fever before you even realize you have one. But why would your cat care if you have a fever? Well, in the wild, animals who become sick with fevers are often targeted by predators looking for an easy meal. So it's in every animal's best interest to keep sick individuals away from their colony. While this response is deeply ingrained in us from our days in the wild, most cats today don't have to worry about being eaten by anything but humans. But this natural instinct still remains. For felines, rubbing against you and purring is their way of showing affection. But it's also their way of marking you as theirs and protecting you. So if your cat is suddenly extra affectionate when you're not feeling well, it could be her way of bonding with you while also keeping you safe. Number 2, your cat can hear it. Cats have excellent hearing thanks to their large ears and whiskers, which act as feelers to direct sounds toward their eardrums. These adaptations help them hear high-pitched sounds that humans cannot. Sounds like squeaks and clicks, which they use to communicate with each other. But their keen hearing isn't limited to their fellow felines. Cats are also able to pick up on changes in your voice when you're sick, even if you try to hide it. A hoarse or congested-sounding voice can be a sign of illness, and your cat will likely take notice. Much like changes in your scent, a change in your voice can alert your kitty to the fact that you're not quite 100. This is especially true if you're suffering from a respiratory infection like the flu. In this case, your cat may notice a rattling or wheezing sound in your breathing, which could be cause for concern. After all, cats are naturally wary of anything that could pose a threat to their health and survival. So if they hear anything unusual coming from you, they'll want to investigate. It's important to note here that while your cat's intentions are good, their curiosity could end up doing more harm than good. If your cat starts to investigate your symptoms too closely, it could end up spreading germs around the house and potentially making you both even sicker. That's why it's important to keep an eye on your cat if they start to act strangely when you're sick. Make sure they don't ingest anything they shouldn't, and limit their exposure to areas where you've been coughing or sneezing. With a little bit of care, you can keep both yourself and your cat healthy during cold and flu season. Number 3, your cat sees right through it. We all know that cats are great at reading our emotions. They can tell when we're happy, sad, angry, or even stressed out just by looking at our faces. But did you know that they can also tell when we're sick? That's right. Even if you think you're doing a good job of hiding it, your cat can probably tell you're not feeling well. Just think about it. When you're sick, you're probably not moving around as much. You might be lying down more and just not moving around as much. And let's face it, we're probably not as cheerful as we usually are. Cats are experts at picking up on subtle changes in our behavior, and they can easily tell when something is off. Plus, they can see things that we can't. For example, when you're sick, your eyes might look a little red or puffy. You might be sneezing or coughing more than usual, and your skin might even have a slight flush to it. All of these are signs that you're sick, and your cat can pick up on them even if you're trying to hide it. One study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that cats can detect changes in their owner's health, including respiratory infections, simply by looking at their faces. The researchers believe that cats are able to do this by picking up on changes in our facial expressions, as well as changes in our voice and body language. Number 4, your cat can feel it. Cats are highly attuned to their environment and can sense changes in temperature, pressure, and humidity. This means that they can feel when we're sick, even before we show any symptoms. For example, when we have a cold or the flu, our bodies produce more mucus, which can make our skin feel clammy, and our breath can become shallow and rapid. Cats are sensitive to these changes and can feel them when we're sick. Even if you're trying to hide it from your cat, they'll probably be able to tell something is off just by feeling your skin. In addition, cats have an amazing sense of touch. Their whiskers are incredibly sensitive and they can feel the slightest change in air movement on their fur. This means that they can feel our coughs and sneezes long before we make a sound. If you're trying to cover up your symptoms, your cat will probably be able to tell just by touching you. Cats are so attuned to their environment that they can even sense changes in our emotions. If you're feeling down when you're sick, your cat will probably be able to tell, even if you're trying to hide it. They'll be extra affectionate and will likely spend more time with you than usual. So if you're feeling under the weather, don't be surprised if your cat is by your side offering comfort and support. And number 5, your cat is waiting for it. If you're sick, your cat knows it, and they're waiting for you to do one thing: get better. Cats are creatures of habit, and they thrive on routine. When you're sick, you might be tempted to break your normal routine, whether it's staying in bed all day instead of going to work or eating takeout instead of cooking dinner. Cats are very attuned to our routines, and they rely on them to feel safe and secure. When our routines are disrupted, it can make them very anxious. That's why it's so important to stick to your routine as much as possible when you're sick. Your cat will appreciate the normalcy, and it will help them feel more secure. Of course, there are some situations where you may need to deviate from your normal routine. If you have a fever, for example, you may need to stay in bed all day. Or if you're feeling nauseous, you may not be able to eat your regular food. But in these situations, try to stick to your routine as much as possible. For example, if you normally get up at 8 a.m., try to get up at 8 a.m. even if you don't feel like it. And if you normally eat dry food, try to stick to that even if you don't feel like eating much. Your cat will thank you for it. At the end of the day, our cats are like family members to us. We love them and care for them and want the best for them. That's why it's so important to pay attention to their behavior and take care of them when they're not feeling well. By paying attention to your cat's behavior and taking care of them when they're sick, you'll be able to keep them happy and healthy for years to come. Do you have any stories of your cat knowing when you're sick? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more fun cat videos. Until next time, happy cat cuddling.